Hello and welcome to this video on how to use the Marketing Center. In the Marketing Center, you can create single page and double page flyers, as well as social media cards. You can also use it to generate property descriptions using AI technology. Now, before we get started, be sure to launch the delivery site for the property you wish to make flyers or social media cards for, and then go down to Edit Details near the overview. Inside of here, there are a few key elements you're going to want to update prior to making flyers or social media cards. And this is so when you are creating those, it pulls in that information automatically so you do not have to manually add it later. I suggest adding a property description, which you could use the description generator here, or manually adding it yourself. With that, you're also going to want to make sure you add the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, and square footage at probably a minimum before you get started. Once you've added those details, go ahead and hit Save Changes, and then go ahead and launch the Marketing Center. Inside of the Marketing Center, we have a couple examples here for you to view. If we click on Download PDF, you'll see that as an example, this is a single page flyer. This is something you can create yourself, and we will go over how to do that. Additionally, here is a social card as an example. Let's go ahead and download one of those. And here you can see what that social card would look like. These are great for posting to your social media platforms. Now here we are on the main home screen of the Marketing Center. Everything that is listed in here will show both your single page, double page flyers, as well as your social media cards. Now, if you wanted to start sorting them by categories, you can click on the single page column. This will show all your single page flyers that you've created. Clicking double page will show all your double page flyers that you've created. And social media cards will show all the social media cards that you've created. And in each area, you can create a new social card or of the like, depending on which one you are in. Now, if we go back up to all and we hit create new, we'll have the ability to choose what we would like to create. For single page flyers, there are 4 templates. For double page flyers, there are 8 templates. And for social cards, there are 22 templates. For this example, we're going to go ahead and create a single page flyer. Go ahead and select this column and click one. Once that loads, it's going to pull in all the property information that you have listed for the property, which is what we went over earlier. As you can see, it's pulled in the bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, the style, and the year built, as well as the property description. It will also pull in the images that are part of this project or property, as seen here. Now let's get started on the left side here. You have flyer settings, where you can change the flyer name. You can change the flyer background color. As you can see, it is blue here. You can change the address text color, and you can change the address format type. Additionally, you can also change the background to an image using Change Background. You can select from one of the images that are a part of this property. You can also choose from a media library or select from the background photos that are available. I'm going to go ahead and select this one. Now, if you have any media on your device, you can click Browse and use that as your background image. Now that we have our background image applied, let's go ahead and update the colors that we see here. If I click on here, not only can we update the text that you see, but you can also change the text background color. If I click here and I select somewhere in the frame, I will now have that as the background color for this text. If you notice that any boxes have these black lines through them, it means this area isn't currently applied for when you are previewing it or when you compile it, so it will not be visible. But if you would like to have it visible and apply text or changes to it, you can click it. And then right over here under text display options, you can show the block. But for now, we're going to hide it. If you scroll down, you'll notice these paint bucket icons. This will allow you to change the color associated with this region. So if we click that, we'll have the block background. We can select the eyedropper, and then we can choose a color that we wish. That's a little bright for my taste. Let's go with something a little cooler. That's better. Below that, you'll be able to choose or update the profile image here. You can click here to change that, and you can also increase the size of it here. Down below, there's also the company logo, and you can also increase the size of that logo. If you go down a little further, you can increase the agent title and agent contact text sizes. Let's go ahead and do that. Now let's say you want to change the images that you see here and down here. If we click on one, we can click Change Image and select a new one from this project media, as well as the other areas such as Media Library, or if you have something different you would like to apply, you can click Browse and find it on your device. But for here, we're going to select this image. If you'd like to make additional changes to this image, you can click Edit Image, and you can do things such as crop in, apply a filter, fine tune, annotate, and even apply stickers. But for now, we're just going to crop it and hit save. Now that we've made those changes, you can also do the same thing to the following images. Lastly, if there is any information that you simply want to hide from this page before you compile, go ahead and go to Flyer Items, and then you'll see you have the ability to toggle things on or off simply by clicking here. But for this example, we're going to leave these on. But for now, let's go ahead and preview what this looks like. I'd say that's looking pretty good. Once you're satisfied with how your flyer looks, you can close this preview, and then you can come on down to the compile and click it. It will then begin the compiling process, and from here, you'll be able to leave this and head back to the main page, and it will continue to compile in the background. Once it's done, you will see the buttons appear underneath of the view flyer, just as you see here. While that's compiling, let's go ahead and create a social media card. Inside of here, there are a variety of layouts, so feel free to choose what you find is most suitable for your needs. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. And just like the flyer, if we click on the image, we can change the image. I'm going to select this one. If we click in here, we can change the text. And also, you can update this information as well. Like I mentioned before, if you see the lines here, it means that will not be shown in the preview or the compile, but you can click it and show block and then add details here. But for now, we're going to leave it hidden. A special function of this specific social card is the ability to make this image transparent. So let's go ahead and try that. It may take some time, but once it's done, you'll see the results. And just like that, you can see it is now transparent. Once you are satisfied with these changes, feel free to preview them. There are different sizes up above that you can choose from and browse to see what those would look like when you compile them. I'm going to go ahead and close this preview for now, and we are going to begin the compile process. Now you can choose specific ones to compile, or you can select them all and compile selected. This will also create a zip file for all of these. While that's compiling, let's go back to the main menu. And I'm going to click on all. Here we can see that our previous compile has finished, and we can download that PDF or download the image. Let's go ahead and hit download PDF. Looks like that came out great. Coming back to the Marketing Center, if we need to refresh the page, we can simply refresh the page and see if this has finished for the social cards. It looks like it has. As an example, I'm just going to click one of them. I'd say that came out just right. Once you've created those single page or double page flyers or social media cards, not only can you download them from inside the Marketing Center, but you can also download those from inside the delivery site. So if you come inside of here and refresh the page and go to Marketing, you will now see you can download those flyers or social media cards directly from here. But that is it. That is your overview on how to use the Marketing Center. Thank you.